I've already concluded meal prep by loading up the grand post-meal also supplements and making the super shake. So I do OMAD fast. I've been doing that for 5+ years, which means I eat only 1 time per day. So OMAD, if you subscribe to my channel, you might have seen my past content about the OMAD fast, the meal preps, and sometimes I upload a short today's OMAD meal. So OMAD is an acronym, stands for 1 meal a day, which means that I will eat only 1 time per day, which also means that I fast more than 20 hours. So it's 22:30, and I didn't eat since wake up as usual, and I'm getting ready to break my fast with my OMAD meal. I didn't just wake up looking like this. It takes discipline. I maintain a fit physique with a 6-pack. I like it. I'm able to glorify God with my body, which is the temple of the Holy Ghost. And my wife likes it too. Yeah, so I do OMAD fasting. And I've been consistently doing that, which means I eat only 1 time per day, which also means I eat for more than 20 hours. The reason why it's so hard for a lot of people to fast, they've tried it, and they fail. They have to try fast and they give up on it because they're addicted to sugar. That's what I believe. So the average American eats 3+ times per day and consumes above 80 grams of sugar per day. I consume less than 8 grams of sugar per day and eat only once. So I fast 20 hours per day, eat less than 8 grams of sugar per day. I like that. I like the effects of fasting. Here's today's OMAD meal. I already concluded the 2/3 of the meal prep. I made the super shake. Here's the super shake. Protein super shake. And loaded up the grand post-meal dose of supplements. So my OMAD meals are tripartite most of the time. And the meal prep is also tripartite, 3-part. Which means making the super shake, loading up the grand post-meal dose of supplements, and cooking the food. So And other people are happy with the physique, but the average man is not willing to put in the work required to become happy with the physique. Exercise, be disciplined with the diet, take the supplements, eat a low sugar diet. So I eat a low sugar diet. I'm a man that has discipline. And I promote Christian masculinity. I'm a Christian fitness model. People can model me. I'm ripped with a six-pack, great shape, energetic, overcome several mental physical health problems, kill myself from panic attacks, asthma attacks. And if people would live like I do, they'd be better off. According to statistics, the average American eats 80 plus grams of sugar per day. I eat less than 8. Most days it's either 0 or very close to 0 grams of sugar. Fast 20 hours takes discipline. It takes more discipline to get into than stay into. The average man is a porn addict, filthy porn addict, and sugar addict. I've overcome both of these addictions. So I eat once per day, OMAD, 1 meal a day. I eat on 1 time per day, fast 20 hours. Eat an extremely low sugar diet compared to the baseline population, meaning close to 0 grams, less than 8 grams of sugar per day, other than the rare cheat day. When I do eat, I like to eat high fat, low to moderate carbohydrate level. High fat, high protein. Healthy fats. I don't use canola oil, I don't use seed oils. I use avocado oil and coconut oil, our favorite cooking fats. And olive oil is another favorite one. A bit simple meal. More meat. Sure, come as a surprise to see a Swedish guy get a meatball. And I transferred from the original packaging to pizza bag. Coffee pizza bag, coffee potato pizza bag. And they have different ones. They have 1 liter one, 3 liter one, 5 liter one. And that has 3 layers. Very enough. Suffice to say. I called her my wife then. It's a nice thing. My wife, we wanted to live in Thailand. So we live, we love each other. I found a Gold Nugget stream channel I've been watching recently. It's a Chinese swordsmith. There's a company where they sell swords online, and they have a live stream, and they display the products. So they have a Chinese lady that displays swords there, and if I see them go live, a lot of times I tune in. So it's I like those streams. It's classy, beautiful. A lot of times, if people are selling something, the salesman or woman will be handsome, beautiful. and it always helps. Okay, if that's knocking doors to sell vacuum cleaners or whatever the thing is. Same with real estate. A lot of times, if you look at real estate agents that sell houses, it's a good-looking woman or good-looking man. So in sales, typically, it doesn't hurt to have they're physically attractive, like a beautiful salesperson. So anyway, it's the point. Now here's the point. My wife doesn't have to be jealous because I'm a man, a Christian warrior that has discipline. So just because I can appreciate and notice that this is a beautiful woman, I don't masturbate. Even though I live alone and I don't live with my wife, I never watch porn. I 100% stop watching porn. It's been more than 6 months I'm watching porn once. So even though I live alone here and have internet connection, unlike the average man, a Christian man, I don't end up watching porn ever. So a lot of guys are cheating worse on the wife because they're watching porn even though they have their wife at home. And they're still watching it. Now, what's your excuse? I live alone, I have high testosterone, gives a high sex drive, and I still don't watch porn. So anyway, it's the point. Now that being said, so I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm the average guy, but just to say, oh, I notice it's beautiful. That doesn't mean that I end up like lusting all the time. It's just I can appreciate like a painting on the wall that's beautiful. Okay. So anyway, I found this Chinese sword manufacturing company that does live streams to display the products, and the format works well. So that basically the live streams are, they have like a rack. They have a woman and they have a rack, a beautiful woman and a rack of beautiful swords behind her, like a stand. And they have swords and they have like numbers with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then you can go. Could you show number 2 or 5 or something like that? She goes and pulls it down and shows this number 5. It has this, here's the details. And she's showing the SAHA and everything. And these swords, they're not more ninja swords that you found for like $20 somewhere and they're just for decoration. These are works of art. So they're functional swords that are also collectible as piece of art, meaning they're best of both worlds. They're beautiful and functional. So they're well priced, okay. And they don't have a middleman, so they have an in-house swordsmith, okay. And they even had where he makes different styles of swords. And they made a Kill Bill Hattori Hanzo katana. So it's like a real-life swordsmith. They have a swordsmith that makes swords, and they made like a movie sword, the Kill Bill sword, made by the fictional Hattori Hanzo. It's like same style. So they have like themed swords. I think they're custom orders where you could possibly ask them, like bespoke or whatever it's called. Maybe actually make one that's green. It might cost a little bit more, I don't know. But I believe that they can take custom orders, and they have a lot of different swords, wakizashi swords, katana swords. I think they might have an odachi, like a long sword, super long sword. And they're beautiful and functional. Full tang and functional with a real hammer. So it's like the real swords, like traditionally made and true to the art form of Japanese swordsmiths, where they use clay tempering and the way they do Damascus steel is folded and everything would have a hammer line, like a wave pattern, and they're functional. So I've been looking at that sometimes, and the sales lady who displays them, she shows the swords, she talks about it, and then she links to them, so she shows the sword links to the website. Now, so it's like if I got, and I told them, because I don't like to waste salespeople's time getting false hope that I'm a paying customer, I'm get ready to buy something. I'm just like window shopping, but it's like I like what your streams, okay? See, so you understand. So here's the point, not like you show this, they think how he might be buying something, and then they feel disappointed from buying. So I let them know I might just window shopping. Now I would say this, if I would like win the lottery or end up for some reason having more money than I do, and I was going to buy a sword, most likely I'll buy from this store. Meaning, I found a store where if I got to the point where I had the money to buy it from them. So here's another thing. I find it charming her Chinese accent when speaking English, and there's a pattern there, and it's like it's charming, it's cute, like the Chinese dialect English. So for some reason, she doesn't like pronounce. I don't know if she's Cantonese or Mandarin, but whatever the dialect she's on. But for some reason, she doesn't pronounce RD. Okay, so if a word ends with an RD, she doesn't pronounce it. So she go wooden scabbard. It is really sweet, cute. It's like she pronounces scabbard. Okay, it's scabbard, and it's like in the way you pronounce the English is almost like a silent R in the scabbard, scabbard. But if a word ends as a pattern, if a word ends with RD, she doesn't pronounce it, so it's like silent. Okay, so it's like when she wrote his scabbard, she goes scabbard. Okay, so she just keeps pronouncing the RD at the end of it. She goes scabbard, and then when she goes sword, another word that ends with RD, so sword, swore. So what it's cute. So is a swore. Okay, this sword has scabbard. We have a lie. We have a lie. And it's just sweet. It's like little things. So it's like just like here I pronounce like words too. That's part of the charm of the live streams. Just waiting for it to pronounce scabbard. It's real scabbard. Okay. It's like we have a lie. And I go sometimes it's like she's throwing a sword and I ask her, you have real have a line or not? And she goes, have real have a line. So it's like okay. So it's like yeah, it's great, okay. Maybe one of these days I should have my community page. No, it's one of these channels where it's like you don't give charity to people who are rich, okay? There's some people that are like small-time YouTubers that show up for support to my channel. I feel like they're doing some art, they're doing well or somebody, and I share them out to try to do what I can for what it's worth to help to get some more viewers. But this live stream, I don't feel like they need any help. It's like they're getting like 90 viewers on the regular phone streams like this, like 90. Within 50 minutes ago live, they got like 20 likes, and they get tons of views on each stream. So I don't feel like they need any shout outs, but in case I do. So yeah, I like watching that stream. I like swords. So Japanese swords were made from carbon steel. Damascus from Mr. Folded. Damascus steel, which means they're folded, several layers of steel folded together, and then there's a tempering process. So there's a whole art there. Now they have I think the swordsmith is Chinese, but it's not like you have to be Japanese to make a good sword. Okay. So I rather overcook meat than undercook it, and this is like all but cooked now. So here we go, we're gonna plate this. Meatballs, a lot of meat. Now I'm going to make the fat sauce. And a little bit strapped for ingredients. And she dresses a little bit like a woman in Kung Fu, where she has a lot of times she has beautiful dresses. Very elegant, like the sword. So I like that. I feel a bit like when I watch the streams like John Wick, when it goes to similarities with the guns. And it's just like the art of selling, just the vibe of the people selling this product is high quality, and they know the product, and it's just something to watch those streams. Meat. Now comes the fat sauce. Now comes the fat sauce. This is chili cayenne. Now this, my leash, and that's leash with an SH, not G. Okay. I keep the reviews on tight leash. Now my leash. Where's my leash? I can feel the viewers can have a hand again. This is Carolina Reaper chili. Super hot. Gotta be careful with this. Okay. There's gotta be more spices in here. Turmeric. Black pepper. Cayenne pepper. Next up, a can of mackerel fillet tomato sauce. Olive oil. Olive oil. Salt. Mix of Himalayan salt and another natural salt. Coconut milk. 0 grams of sugar. That's all. Low sugar, high fat, high healthy fat. Working with carbohydrates. I got a rumble stream ready to go, so I'll switch. I'm gonna end this. Or I could keep it going, but I got a license get on the laptop, so I'm gonna eat it live. So this is the cooking stream. Using my phone to live stream the cooking process. And then go out my laptop to give myself a YouTube. Turn off the heat. That's what I call a fat sauce. There's different variations of this. A lot of times as I'm done cooking, I use the residual fat that's left in the pot. Infuse it with flavor spices and stuff. And this type of fat. So I don't have any cream at home, but basically I used about a tablespoon of coconut oil, which has the fat to fry this. There's fat remaining in the pan when I'm done cooking. And then I add spices to it. Sometimes yogurt, coconut milk, coconut cream, or regular cream, and make a fat sauce. So, fat and spice is pretty simple. Just a meal. You can't have both ways. You can't live an average life and expect to be anything but average. If you want to be in extraordinary shape, look, feel, perform extraordinary well, you have to live an extraordinary life, see. You can't live an ordinary, common man's life expecting anything but ordinary common. I take extraordinary amounts of supplements, I'm in extraordinary shape. I fast as rare, okay. Like that 1 in 10,000 men have a six-pack, 1 in 10,000 men do OMAD fasting, see. And that's not what's important. I take rare amounts and types of supplements. I eat rarely low, extraordinary low amounts of sugar. So you can't have both ways.